what the black man and woman needs to know about the nation, about the world, about themselves. Muhammad Speaks It. To order your 12-issue subscription to Muhammad Speaks newspaper, 313-371-7033. 313-371-7033. Kareem Bean Pie is the grand champion of all bean pies. The rich flavor and smooth texture takes this pie to a whole new level of delicious. One bite and you'll understand why people all over the country call daily to order Kareem Bean Pie. 313-371-7033. That's 313-371-7033. Kareem Bean Pie.
This bean pie is delicious.
Muhammad Speaks presents Messenger Elijah Muhammad's Teachings by Minister Khalil Shabazz every Sunday from 2 to 3 p.m. at Muhammad's Temple of Islam, 12609 East McNichols Road in Detroit.
Brother says we rise for prayer. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, all praise is due to Allah, the Lord of the worlds, the Beneficent, the Merciful, sole message there, German in which we now live. The alone do we serve, and the alone seek for thine help and aid. O Allah, please guide us on the right path, path of those upon whom thou bestow thy favors, not on the path of those upon whom thy wrath is brought down, nor those who go astray after they heard thy teachings. Say he, Allah is one God. Allah is he of whom nothing is independent, but upon whom we all depend. He begetteth not, nor is he begotten, there is none like him. And I bear witness that none deserve to be served, worship, or praised besides Allah, who came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad. And I bear witness that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, thy true servant and last apostle. Ameen. Excuse me, brothers and sisters. We like to acknowledge the brothers and sisters that extended us the greetings of Assalamu Alaikum. We have Sister Hala Brooks from California. We have Brother Mustafa and Sister Sharice Ali from Ohio. We have Brother Captain Hakeem and Brother Minister Kamal. We have Brother Dawad of Maryland. We have Brother Yusuf Brooks of California. And we have Brother Tony Muhammad of New York. Like I say, in the name of Allah, who came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad, and in the name of his last and greatest messenger, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, I'd like to greet the brothers and sisters with the Nation of Islam, greeting words of peace of Assalamu Alaikum. Today we like to talk about the Israeli conflict and the big head scientist Yacub. This thing with the Israelis and Hamas is really stirring the world up. But the real issue hasn't even been raised yet. Because this is a picture, this is what they call Afro-Palestinians. And this comes from MiddleEastMonitor.com. This sister right here, it says, Nazirin Salam is an Afro-Palestinian from Egypt who has been mocked due to her skin color and hair for most of her life. Now, when you go, because I was in the military, and the first time I went to the Middle East, I was kind of shocked because I didn't know that the only thing that separates what we call Africa today from Israel is the Suez Canal. I remember the first time I was on an aircraft carrier, and the Suez Canal is so small that when we was going through the Suez Canal, we actually had to turn the ship off and get pulled through with a tugboat. Because they said that if the ship's propellers were moving, that it would empty all of the water out of the Suez Canal. That's how small it is. It was so small that the boat could nearly fit through it. It's not even as big as the Detroit River. It's like so small that it looked like a little tiny little canal. And that's all that separates what they told us Africa from Israel. That's it. But when they see this sister They say she's an Afro-Palestinian to make it to seem like the black man is not the owner of the heavens and the earth. Because the Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught us, he said that the whole earth belongs to the black man.
That's right.
All praise is due to Allah. But these little boundaries that have been set by the white man, because the Suez Canal was built in 1869, I believe. And this is a picture of Egypt, and this is Israel. Nothing divides it or separates it but the Suez Canal. So we got to talk about Yacub, who the Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught us was the big head scientist named Yacub. Because now that a lot of people have heard the history of Yacub, people say, I don't believe in Yacub. They say that there is no evidence to prove that Yacub ever existed. So let's go and talk about what most people do believe. Most people believe in the Bible. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught us that Jacob in the Bible represents Yacub.
That's right.
So if you don't want to talk about Yacub from the messenger's teachings, let's talk about him from the Bible.
That's right.
So what does the name Yacub mean in the Bible? The name Yacub means supplanter. Let's go to Genesis 27, verse 36. This is when Esau was talking to Isaac. He said, is not he rightly named Jacob? For he has supplanted me these 2 times. He took away my birthright, and behold, now he hath taken away my blessing. And he said, hast thou not reserved a blessing for me? Because the Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught us that these are stories in the Bible. We want to make that clear to the black man. We don't want you to think that this is actual history of Yacub. This is a story about Yacub.
Yes.
So in the story of Yacub in the Bible, he stole the birthright of his brother Esau. So Esau says, is he not rightly named? Because he has supplanted me these 2 times. Now, what does it mean to be a supplanter? It says someone or something taking the place of another as through force, scheming, or strategy, or the like. That all praise is due to Allah. That's what it means to be a supplanter.
Yes, that's it.
Jacob was a supplanter. He is the big head scientist named Yacub.
Yes, sir.
But we talking about him from the Bible, so we gonna call him Jacob. Jacob the supplanter. Now let's start with, this is the February 21st, 1975 Muhammad Speaks. This Muhammad Speaks newspaper came out 4 days before the messenger passed away. It's called The Safety of the Black Man in the World Revolution. The messenger says, he says the birth control law was instituted first, as I said in the last issue of Muhammad Speaks newspaper. As Allah in the person of Master Farad Muhammad taught me, this wicked scientist or god of evil, Yacub, was the father of the birth control law, engrafting the white race out of the aboriginal black nation. He used this law to kill the black baby in order to produce the white race. Allah God said to me that this wicked scientist was born in the year of our former calendar history, 8,400. He lived 150 years. This man wanted to make the white race to rule the aboriginal people and destroy them so that they would never become rulers of the earth's people through deceit and false practices, along with outright war and murder of the black man. This is what Yacub or Jacob did for the white race. He created the law on birth control because Yacub made the white race to rule the black man.
Yes, sir.
And he is a supplanter, meaning he takes the place of the black man by force.
Yes, sir.
And when we see the Israelis, everything that the white man has, he has taken by force.
Yes.
Because Jesus said, ye are of your father, the devil. That's talking about Yacub. But the Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught us that Yacub is not an actual devil. Yacub is a righteous black man like you and me. But he says since he made the devil, he gets credit for them. So in the Bible, when it talks about the devil, it's talking about Yacub, this wicked scientist who made the white race to rule the black man.
Yes, sir.
So the messenger goes on. He says this desire is inherited in every white child and becomes his very nature, or the very spirit of his father, as mentioned by Jesus in the Bible, John 8:44. Ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is not no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh his own, for he is a liar and a father of it. The idea of murdering the black original people in order to establish forever the rule of his made white race is still in the heart of this people until God removes them from the earth to rule and murder the aboriginal nation. This is Yacub. The messenger, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, taught us that this is born in the nature of all white children, is to murder the black man.
Yes, sir.
So when we see the Israeli, as they call themselves, they really Israel, which the messenger taught us, represents the whole white race.
That's right.
They believe in taking land by force. Because the Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught us that Allah never intended on people to fight over land. Because it belongs to the black man by nature.
Yes, sir.
We don't have to be a supplanter. We don't have to fight and take no piece of land by force. But the Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught us. He said not 1 square inch of the planet Earth belongs to the white race.
That's right.
Not 1 square inch. But he said that while the devil had time to rule, Allah would not interfere. But he says Allah has interfered. He has interfered because 1914, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught us that that's the end of the devil's rule. All praise is due to Allah. So the messenger says that on July 4th, 1930, God came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad.
Yes, sir.
He said one of the main teachings he taught the message was accept your own and be yourself. Because he said it's time now. The devil's rule is over. He said God came to give everybody their own. He said our own is the whole planet Earth. Not only the planet Earth. Because he taught us that Master Farad Muhammad came and offered to us a flag. Our flag represents the sun, moon, and stars. That represents the whole universe.
That's right.
Praise is due to Allah. Because the Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught us that the black man is the only self-created man on earth. We self-created. The black man created himself. And after he created himself, he created everything that we see. He created the sun. The black man created the stars. The black man created the moon. He created the earth. He created Jupiter and Saturn. Everything that we see
the black man has created.
Yes, sir.
So then we had this scientist named Yacub. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught us that he was born with a determined idea to make the white race. That was his job. To make a people to rule us for 6,000 years. So the messenger said this was Yacub's job, was to bring out of us what we did not know was in us. We didn't know that it was a devil living inside of us. So the messenger said that Yacub, being a scientist, he said that he discovered by studying on the life germ of the black man that we have two people in us. He said one is black and one is brown. And he said in order for Yacub to bring this out of us, he came up with what is called the birth control law. The birth control law is where you destroy all of the black and save the brown. So the messenger, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, taught us that for 200 years on the island of Pelan, Yacub went crafting the white race. The first 200 years he spent destroying all of the black to come up with a brown race of people. Then he said another 200 years to destroy all the brown to get a yellow race of people. Then another 200 years to destroy all the yellow to get a white race. He said once it got to the white race, it was no more original. It was weak and wicked.
That sounds right.
The Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught us that's the whole white race. He said on the island of Pelan, he said lies was being spread. He said that murder was going on to the black man. And he said this is in the very nature of the white race. So when we see the Israelis destroying Hamas, we understand what's going on. The white man still trying to fight for land. Still trying to fight as if he has a place in this world when he does not. Because the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said that the white race is angry. He said God is angry. Everybody is angry.
Yes.
He said the white race is angry because God came and exposed them.
Yes.
He said that God came and pulled the covers off of the whole white race.
Teach, Brother Minister.
Praise is due to Allah. So he said the white man is angry. He said God is angry. Because when God came to North America, he seen the condition of his people. He seen that the black man has been robbed of a knowledge of self. He sees that the black man is acting other than his own self. And God is angry.
Yes.
So the messenger said, he said that America is number one on God's list to be destroyed.
That's right.
He said that Allah is going to gather up all the white race from all, well, not the entire white race. He said the American white devil.
Yes.
He said he's going to gather them all from every corner of the earth, bring them to America and burn them alive in a lake of fire.
That's what he said.
All praise is due to Allah. He didn't say he was going to kill them and burn them. He said he was going to burn them alive in a lake of fire. Imagine that. God is angry. The devil is angry. So the messenger taught us. He said that we should be as wise as a serpent, but harmless as a dove. He said because the white race is wiser than we are when it comes to the knowledge of good and evil. He said we should never underestimate the white race. Because he talked about Jacob in the Bible, where it talks about how Dan is an adder and a serpent. And he bites the heel of the horse so that the rider can fall off his mount. Messengers say that's talking about you and me, the Muslim. He bites the heel of the horse so that we will fall off our mount. That's the white race. He is a snake in the grass. And he bites the heels of the black man to make us fall off our position. Because the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said we have a free opportunity. All we have to do is accept our own and be ourselves. Because he said the whole earth belongs to us. But he said the white man is not going out without a fight. He fighting for his position. He going to fight Allah. Imagine that. Allah created the whole heavens and the earth. But the messenger said the white man is going to try to attack Allah. Because the messenger said this is a universal war. He said the whole universe is going to participate in this war. He said the white race has even taken this war out into the heavens, which is out into space. So this is a universal war. He said that the white race was taught by Yacub. He said a science called tricknology.
Yes.
He said tricknology is the science of tricks and lies. That's the white race. The science of trick, not just a person who running around telling lies. The white race was given a science called tricknology. And that is the science of tricks and lies. Messenger said that Allah has not interfered for 6,000 years. So he said that teaching the black man the truth takes a whole lot of convincing. A whole lot of convincing. Because he said we've been in the hands of an enemy for 400 years. He said the white man taught us nothing but lies. He said he taught us lies in such a way that when the truth came to us, we would automatically reject it. The white man now tell us that Islam is an Arab religion. He teaches us about the Arab slave trade. He makes Arab synonymous with Islam to make us to look at our nature, our natural religion as something foreign. That's the white race.
Yes, sir.
The white man turns brother against brother.
Yes.
We got more love for the white man than we got for our own brother. We got more love for the white man's woman than we got for our own woman. The black man never was great with a white woman. Never in the history of the black man has he ever had nothing great with a white woman. But the messenger says the white man teaches us in a way that when the truth comes, we automatically reject it. Because the white man offers to us integration. The messenger taught us about complete separation.
That's right.
He said to solve the problem between the two people, the only solution is complete separation.
Yes.
But when the messenger taught us that, the white man began to teach integration. Because he said the white man is angry. He said he hates us so much that he puts on a great show of false friendship. The messenger said it's in the nature of the white man to hate us. It's in the nature of the white man to murder us. But he hates us so much. And he wants us to go to hell with him that he puts on, as the messenger said, a great show of false friendship. Making the black man believe that the white man he wants to be forgiven for all his past sins. But the messenger taught us guard against being deceived. He said because the white man will take thousands upon thousands of us to hell with him.
Yes.
Because the messenger says all of us who accepts the white man's names, his religion, his way of life, we also will be pushed in the lake of fire alive with the devil.
That's right.
Messenger said it's going to be a great gnashing of teeth. He said that same hell that the hypocrites feel. He said that it says in the Quran that the hypocrite is in the lowest depths of the flame. He said that's not a literal flame. But he says the grief and the regret of the hypocrite is so strong that the Holy Quran describes it as a flame. He said that flame is so strong for the hypocrite that he wished he was dead. He said that same grief and regret what the black man will feel when he finds out he been had. He been took. He been tricked. He been, as Malcolm said, hoodwinked. When all you have to do is accept your own and be yourself.
Yes, sir.
Because the messenger taught us. He said God came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad. July 4th, 1930. He is the long-awaited Savior.
Yes, sir.
He told us that he was born to save the black man. But the white man, being a trickster, being somebody who was taught the science of tricks and lies, we done loved the devil our whole life. We ain't never had a problem with the devil. But as soon as the messenger told us about Master Farad Muhammad, the first thing we say is he looked like a white man. Now we got a problem with a light complexioned man. The messenger told us, as the Holy Quran says, you didn't even start to dispute until knowledge came to you.
That's it, brother. Yes.
You was just a regular, dumb, happy nigga for the white man. But now you so black. You talking about he looked like a white man. The messenger taught us. He said that Master Farad Muhammad's father knew that he would not be successful as a solid black man in a solid white country.
That's right.
So he said that he knew that he had to make him a son. So he said he went into the hills or the mountains. And he said the mountains represent the governments of the white race. So he went to the mountains and chose for himself a white wife. So he said he made Master Farad Muhammad. So he said that when Master Farad Muhammad was born, his father took special care of him. He said he would go and get all of these big, high knowledge, big books to teach Master Farad Muhammad. So the messenger said that Master Farad Muhammad studied for 42 years what it was that he was going to teach us. This shows you God in person.
Yes.
Not a spook,
Right.
not a spirit, but a real flesh and blood man. Because when we say God came in a person, we not talking about a spook.
That's right.
Came in the person of Master Farad, because we got this hypocrite, Louis Eugene Walcott. I don't think I got a picture of this hypocrite this week. But this hypocrite say that we don't worship the flesh. That's how he get the black man to be spooky. We worship Master Farad Muhammad's flesh, his hair, his bones, his blood, his organs, everything that makes up the man. We worship him.
That's right.
Because he came himself to raise the messenger. That's what we got to remember.
Yes, sir.
The messenger said our condition was so bad that God had to come himself, not in a spirit, not in a spook, not some mystery, but a real flesh and blood man. So the messenger said that Master Farad Muhammad came in and out of America for 20 years before he made himself known to us. For 20 years. What he did in them 20 years, I don't know. But the messenger said he came in and out of America for 20 years before he made himself known to us. Messenger said he went to college, California University. He said he lived with a white family in California. He said that Master Farad Muhammad went to every known civilization on this earth searching for the black man, the lost sheep. So when Master Farad Muhammad found us, July 4th, 1930, when he made himself known, He said, you are the lost found nation of Islam in the wilderness of North America.
That's what he said.
That's the black man. We were once lost, but now we're found.
Yes.
We were found by God in person.
Yes.
Not a spook, not a spirit, not some mystery God, but God in person.
Yes, sir.
So the messenger said that he did not become acquainted with Master Farad Muhammad till 1931. He said as soon as he saw Master Farad Muhammad and heard him teach, he said it was something in him that he couldn't get out of him. So he said when he walked up to Master Farad Muhammad to shake his hand, he said, you the one that the whole world has been looking for the past 2,000 years. So he said that Master Farad Muhammad looked at him and whispered in his ear. He said, yeah, but who knows that but you? That's the messenger of Allah.
Yes, sir.
He is the one who recognized God in person.
Yes.
So the messenger said he was born with the right material. So he said that Master Farad Muhammad began to teach him. He said night and day. He said it was like he was locked in a prison. It was like he was in jail. He said Master Farad Muhammad showed him all kind of wisdom. He said Master Farad Muhammad showed him so much, showed him so many signs and symbols that he did not just guide him by word alone, but he said he whispers in my ear when he pleases.
That's what he said.
That's the messenger of Allah. So when God came and raised the messenger, he is the one who did not leave us without somebody to put us on the right road, the right path. That man is the Honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Yes, sir.
The messenger told us that after me, there is no other messenger coming for the black man.
Right.
He said, after a man teaches you or brings you face to face with God and the devil, he said there's nothing left for another person to teach you.
That's right.
So what the messenger taught us is it. Oh, that he told us you either accept it or reject it.
That's right.
He said that this should make the black man happy to know that God came and raised the messenger for us. Praise is due to Allah. But he said it don't make the black man happy. It makes him jealous.
That's what it does.
Because he said that everybody wish that they were the ones that God gave his wisdom to. So we got a lot of jealous people and jealous leaders. But the messenger taught us. He said it was also prophesied that the truth will be attacked. That was also prophesied. That's why he taught us, I promise you, no smooth going. But he said, I can promise you one thing, that you will be the winner.
That's right.
He said, there is no champion without an opponent. So he says, Allah allows the opposition to the messenger to try to carry out their plan that they had against the messenger. So we shouldn't be surprised when we got hypocrites like Louis Eugene Walcott. We got fakes like Bus Stop Bishop. Always got to mention them. We always got these jealous fakes because the messenger said in an article called The Envier While He Envies. That's a heavy article to read. Because the one article, the messenger writes the article. Then it's another article where Sister Marjorie Hassan writes the article.
Yes, sir.
Messenger talks about seek refuge in Allah against the envier while he envies. So the messenger says, he says, all these jealous fakes, they can't do what I'm doing. They not guided by Allah. So it causes them to be jealous. So not only do they become jealous, but they become envious. not only of the messenger, but my fathers. That's what he said. He taught us about Cain and Abel. Because the messenger taught us that envy is dangerous. A person that envies you, that envy could set murder in their heart for you.
Yes.
Because envy and jealousy leads to a heart filled with murder for the messenger and the believer. Because they can't do what the messenger did. So it causes them to be envious of him and hate him and want to kill him. So when they see you, they feel the same way about you. These envious people, he said how they pretend to be your friend just to get close to you. That's an envious person. But in their heart, they hate you. They hate you because they can't be you. So it ain't nothing that you can do to change an envious person. You can't be their friend. You can't treat them nice. You can't say, if I would have did this, I would. They hate you because they ain't you. They hate the messenger because they can't do what he did. So they hate him. They hate Allah. They hate the messenger. And they hate his followers. So we got to say to all the envious people of the message, you hate him, we hate you too.
That's right.
You hate him, we hate you.
That's right.
You want to destroy him, we want to destroy you.
Yes, sir.
That's how that goes. Messenger said, defend the truth at all costs.
Yes, sir.
We got a God on our side.
Yes, sir.
The messenger said, Allah is the great number one God. I like that. That one changed me ever since I read it. I never thought about God in those terms. Because the Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught us that Islam is mathematics. And mathematics is Islam. He taught us the science of Islam. He taught us that Master Farad Muhammad is the great number one God. That's the God that don't need nobody. That's the God who is self-independent. He come to guide others. Don't nobody come to guide him. So the messenger says, we all are at zero. We ain't nothing. God comes to make something out of nothing. The only way he can make something out of nothing is we got to get behind him. So that great number one God increases us by tenfold.
Yes.
If we get behind him.
Yes.
But if we try to get in front of him, if we get jealous of who he picked, then we become less than nothing.
Yes, sir.
That's what we always got to remember.
That's right.
Allah has all power in his hands. Allah can make you think you taking 10 steps forward, but you taking 10 steps back.
Yes.
That's the power of Allah. Messengers say Allah gets us at the top of our head, in our brain, in our mind. That's where he gets us. We have grief and sorrow and regret in our heart for our rejection of the message. Because the thing about turning hypocrite, when you accept the teachings of the messenger, you know it's true.
Yes.
When you turn hypocrite, you still know it's true. You don't stop knowing that it's true. You just turn hypocrite against the truth. You know it's the truth. Farrakhan know it's the truth. He just fighting against the truth. So he's fighting against his own salvation. You never forget that this is the truth. Because once Allah raised up his messenger, the messenger said he is a plain one. He said not even a fool can act.
That's right.
So you never forget that this is the truth. When we look at ourselves, because we don't know that while we believers, we digging a hole for ourselves if we ever turn on the messenger. Today when I was looking in the mirror, I was looking at how I look. Because every time I look in the mirror, I'm reminded I look different than how I used to look when I was a lost farmer. I recognize that every time I look into the mirror, I realized the different look that I looked than I was as a lost found. When I go to work and people ask me, you don't eat pork, do you? That's another reminder of how you stand out when you a follower of the messenger.
Yes.
You ain't like everybody else. I don't care what they say. You stand when I changed my name. Something else. Your name's Shabazz. They don't even call me Khalid. They Shabazz. That's what it, hey, Shabazz. Managers, Shabazz. No matter where I go, I done been to several different spots in my job. Several different locations. They all call me Shabazz. They know that name. That name different from Jenkins. So when you turn hypocrite against the messenger and you go back into the dead world, you know that what you was before is the truth. You ain't gonna never forget Shabazz. You ain't gonna never forget how you look. You ain't gonna never forget the impression that you was making on people. So the messenger says, when you turn hypocrite, you only are fighting against your own salvation. That's how Allah, that great number one God, he causes us to fight against our own self. You either accept your own and be yourself, or you gonna be fighting against yourself. And then that regret. Because if we didn't know it was the truth, why would we feel regret? Why would that regret be so strong? It's like a fire in our heart. Because you will never forget that this is the truth.
Yes, sir.
That's why it's dangerous. The messenger said to be friend a hypocrite. It's dangerous to be their friends. Because he said the hypocrite hates you for believing. And the hypocrite wants you to disbelieve like they disbelieve. That's why the messenger says the truth separates. Yes. When you learn the truth and the true knowledge of yourself, you don't hang with the same old friends you used to hang with before you was a Muslim. You don't socialize with Christians. Yes. You don't go to devil's amusements. The truth changes you. And the truth separates. Yes. Because we are living in a time, as the messenger says, the war of Armageddon. This is the war between good and evil, truth and falsehood. Yacub's civilization against Master Farad Muhammad's civilization. Yes. Messenger said the die has been set. Nobody else can come and change it. The die has been set. You either with God or you with the devil.
That's right.
There's no in between. The messenger said the whole world is divided into two camps, Islam or Christianity. You either with the messenger or you with the devil. It don't make a difference if you a Sunni Muslim. You either with the Honorable Elijah Muhammad or you with the devil. Yes. That's how it is with a believer. You either with the messenger or you with the devil. Ain't no one with Farrakhan. You either with the messenger or you with the devil.
That's right.
That's how it is. No disrespect. Ain't no love lost, but ain't no brotherhood with no Farrakhan father. Just gotta make it plain. Ain't no brotherhood with Israel united in Christ. Ain't no brotherhood. Messengers say it's dangerous. You better be careful in who you call your friends in this day. That's what he said. You better be careful who you call your friends in this day. Because you either with God or the devil. That's right. He said if you with God, how you socializing with people who hate him? How you socializing with Farrakhan and you know he a hypocrite? How you socializing with his followers when you know they helping a hypocrite? That's right. They love a hypocrite. They support a hypocrite. So how you socializing with them? Right. How you socializing with hog eaters? How you socializing with spook worshipers? Because you got to be one yourself. Because the messenger says Allah will make us manifest in his own good time. But Allah has always made the hypocrites and disbelievers manifest.
Yes, he has.
Well, brothers and sisters, we don't want to prolong the time. So I leave you as I came in the nation of Islam's greeting words of peace of Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
Enjoying the show? Help keep us on the air. 313-371-7033. That's 313-371-7033 to make a donation.
Brothers and sisters, we rise for prayer. In the name of Allah, the beneficent and merciful, all praise is due to Allah, the Lord of the worlds, the beneficent and merciful, sole master's day of judgment in which we now live. The alone do we serve, and the alone seek for thine help and aid. O Allah, please guide us on the right path of those upon whom thou bestow thy favors, not on the path of those upon whom thy wrath is brought down, nor those who go astray after they heard thy teachings. Say he, Allah is one God. Allah is he of whom nothing is independent, but upon whom we all depend. He begetteth not, nor is he begotten, there is none like him. And I bear witness that none is earth to be served, worship, or praise besides Allah, who came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad. And I bear witness that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad was thy true servant and last apostle. I mean, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught us not to do anything to anyone that we wouldn't have done it to ourselves, and treat everybody right, even the devil. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.